If you'll please stand with me tonight and place your hand over your heart and let's read along. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. You may be seated. It is my absolute honor and privilege to introduce tonight's speaker. Tonight's teacher has been a true inspiration to me in my walk with God. I personally have grown daily because of her godly example. She truly puts God first in everything that she does. She has a true passion for loving and helping others and leading people to Christ. It is time for a little bit of honey, and our teacher tonight is Liz Curley, and her title is Don't Be Like the Older Brother.
Many of us know the parable in Luke chapter 15, which starts in verse 11. It is one of my favorites, and it is what we are focusing on this month. It is homecoming month. Yes. It is the story of the prodigal coming home. There are many of us here or at home who have personally prayed and prayed for our family members to just come home. This parable gives us tremendous hope and even a promise that they will come home. What an exciting story. What an exciting time to rejoice and celebrate, right? Apparently not for everyone. You see, the prodigal son's older brother was very upset.
That's right.
In verse 28, it even says he was angry and would not go in. So their dad came out. Sounds silly, doesn't it? Almost petty, like a temper tantrum, right? Then the older brother says in verse 29, and he answering said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandment. And yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as thy son, acting like he's not even his brother, was come, which hath devoured thy living, with harlots thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. Sounds an awful lot like very selfish, self-centered conversation. I, me, my. But the father replies in verse 31 and 32. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. And it was meet that we should make merry and be glad, for this thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. You see, it doesn't matter where they've been, what they've done or not done. It doesn't matter how long they've been away. They are still family.
That's right.
They don't need to earn their place back in the family. We must rejoice and celebrate with them for their return, just as the father said, thy brother, or we could say sister, was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. Aren't we to be Christ-like, love like he loves? Instead, some rejoice with them in public, but slander and drag their past in private. Do you think that God approves of that? Oh God, help us to not be like the older brother.
Amen.
Luke chapter 15 speaks of the one lost sheep, then the woman who lost one piece of silver.
That's right.
Both scenarios, they went looking until they found them. And they rejoiced. Let me say that again. And they rejoiced when they found them. I urge you to pray and fast for those who we haven't seen for a while to just come home. I urge you to call, visit, text, whatever, however you can reach them. You see, he sent someone to help you. He sent someone to find me. We've got to love them. And when they come home, rejoice, celebrate, and welcome them. Don't be like the older brother. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit of you.